What's up, guys? This is Gerardo, and I finally got one of my film cameras that I've been wanting for the longest. It's called the Argus C3 camera. Actually, my first film camera. I came up on this because my brother was cleaning a garage and he found it and he gave it to me because he knew I was into cameras. So I ended up taking it and I did some research on it. This is a 1939. It's a basic camera that they used to have in 1938. This used to cost $680.40 back in the days, and it's the price up to like a Sony that's right now. But this lens right here is a 50 millimeter at 3.5, which is manual adjustable. So the images you got out of it were incredibly sharp. This is my first. It's like the quality on it so far, it's good too, because the only thing it's missing is the strap. I saw it has a strap on top of it that goes up and around. It's like a leather strap, but it's just a leather strap. The case it came in with in it too is freaking like super in perfect condition. The cases they used to have which is pretty cool. They had a wood on top, which is pretty sick. But we're gonna take it out from the case. You guys can see I have velvet on the inside. Pretty awesome. It still has a smell like old vintage. Pretty cool. I did end up getting some film as well. CVS had some film. So this is a rangefinder. This is different from a SLR because you don't actually look through the lens. So if you can't see through the lens, how do you focus? How do you compose? And how? The way you do this is with these two little rangefinders that are in here. One of one's made for focusing and one of one's for composition. So the one with the yellow line and the yellow that looks yellow, that one's your focusing, and you just have to line them up to where they're supposed to be. And the other one is the composition, which is this one right here, which gives you an idea to see where you're at for your composition. The way you use this is the way actually I already have put film in here because I went to CVS. They had some there, and the one I had in here was a Kodak Tri-Pan film, which is this one right here. And this film was a black and white print, but I kind of used it and I cracked it because it was old already. So I ended up going to I ordered some on Kodak Gold. I ordered some Kodak Gold for on Amazon because that's the only place I could find it. And I found out that CVS also has some, and I ended up going with this one right here. You guys can see the box. I bought 6 packs of these. It's the Fujifilm Superia Extra 400. So this is the one I got that I'm gonna try on here. It's color, so we're gonna try that one. Like I'm telling you guys, this is my first time trying, so I wanted to try something that was not too expensive. You guys can see right here the letters and all that. It's a Superia 3-pack 400 speed films, so I'm gonna have 400 film to shoot film stocks, but each one comes like in 36. I'm gonna shoot like, I do have some film in here that I uploaded. I don't know if this thing works, but it sounds like it works. And all you have to do is wind this down, and I'm gonna take some like behind the scenes of this. And then we compose it. So I just took it right there. And then all you have to do is wind it right here. Move this forward. Wind this until it clips. You guys can see right there. It winds it up, and then that's it. That's pretty much it. Stops it there and it takes it. It opens right here on the side, so you just have to take this off, push it in, this opens out. I don't want to do it because I have film in there and I might mess it up. Your ISO is right here, 300, 200, 100. So I do want to get black and white film as well. So the lens is a 3.5 to f16. So it's the field of view that you're looking at me at this view. 50 millimeter. 50 millimeter is closer to whatever the eye sees, so the picture is a lot easier to fill it out, and it's the same range that you're gonna see that you're looking at something. This lens is changeable because you do have to change the gear, and you have to set the shortest focal distance back to like the distance, and it is removable. This lens is removable, and the way you could focus this is using this, which you could do it, but it's pretty hard and hurts. They do have a wide angle lens for this, but if you guys know a link or send me, I do want to get a wide lens for this, but anyways, this lens is incredible. So far what I've seen videos of it, my expectations for this camera is super sick camera, and I just need to figure out where I'm going to get it developed as well. The focus goes from 3 feet to infinity, which is pretty decent, but it's kind of sticky when you move it, like I said. But the shutter speed, I'm gonna have to put some like oil or something. But other than that, but the ergonomics, overall ergonomics of this thing is a brick, literally. It's heavy. It's a pretty heavy camera. It's not the most ergonomic camera because you get hit right here, these sharp corners and flat sides that make it hard to grab, and sometimes you cover the finder. But the funny thing is, the ergonomics are not that important than the design. And the last thing I talk about this video, and it's the most interesting thing for me, cameras from the mid 60s got to late 80s had very similar designs, and they all look like a Pentax, specifically the K1000, which is the Canon AE1. The design of this camera is timeless. Everything is so spelled out. You have a shutter lever, you got your winding lever, your shutter speed, the aperture is take a line, take a picture. The dial on top is to keep a count of how many shots you have. It's pretty much a basic camera. It's pretty cool. On the bottom you have a rewind, so when you finish it, you just rewind it, and there's nothing pretty much different about it. So this thing, I pretty much think it came set for like, I like it too because you don't have to use batteries as well for it. It's freaking sick. It's just easy, turn it on. You don't have to turn it on, you just wind it and it takes pictures. Freaking sick. It could use a flash right here in the back, but this is new to me, so it does have a feature for a flash as well on it. So this camera was one of like the film cameras, my first that I needed. It looks really cool. I love how this old camera looks, so simple, build quality, the design. I love stuff like this. Number two, it's a kind of camera that I never shot in it. So this camera is my first camera that I ever owned that is a film camera, and it's from the Cold War, which is pretty freaking awesome. This rangefinder is pretty cool too. So I'm excited to give this a shot. And I think this is pretty much a good camera. So when you're taking pictures, you get to slow down And it's not like the digital age that we have now, that you can take as many pictures as you want and you have all the memory in the world. This one only has 36 exposures, and you gotta know what you're doing. Take your time, compose it in the way you want it. So you have to like be very creative with this. So it's gonna slow me down when I'm taking pictures, which I usually just shoot. This is gonna slow me down a lot because I have to focus, compose the way I want it and all that. Actually, I want to take a picture of myself here. This is gonna be sick. And the cool thing is, when you get a picture, you don't know what you got until you go take it and see what you got when you get it developed, which is freaking awesome. Like, it wants me to develop these pictures when I take them. So this was a good little for me, and I'm getting to learn about this, the history of this camera and all the accessories, and how the camera and everything came into existence back then and to what we have now, which is digital. This is pretty cool. My first 35mm lens. And thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys the next time. Hasta luego.